Hello everyone, welcome back to the Bliss Builder. Today is day 7, and since it's day 7, which is fantastic, I just want to take a moment and just really kind of check in. So far we've gone over making sure to set an intention so that we know what we're looking for during this Bliss Builder and what we're going to just keep going back to for ourselves. We've talked about what bliss is. We've talked about self-love. And we've even talked about things like breathing, just, really good basic foundation aspects of building pathways to bliss. So today we're going to continue on that journey, and we're going to talk about hydration. We are 50+% water, and that plus is going to be determined by several factors. Things like our age, our gender, our size, how much adipose tissue we have, and then how we hydrate and move our bodies. So if we're hydrating our bodies with things that are caffeinated or really sugary, then we're not really doing as much hydrating as we think we are. Anything that has caffeine in it is actually a diuretic. So by drinking the caffeinated substance, we're actually dehydrating the body. And if we're taking in things that are extremely sugary, then we're just creating a challenge for the body anyway, and it's utilizing a lot of that water to flush out the sugar as opposed to being able to add that in as really good hydration. Let's see, there are a variety of different symptoms that people experience when they're thirsty, but they may not necessarily recognize the fact that they're thirsty, because the body sometimes confuses the cues that it sends the brain. The brain's not always able to correctly interpret in a way that we're going to understand. So the body's sitting here desperately saying, I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty, I'm thirsty. And what we notice instead is that we're a little sluggish. We are maybe a little cranky. We feel fuzzy-headed, or maybe we're just not quite as coordinated as we feel like we should be for 11:30 on a Thursday or whatever day it is. Or maybe we're interpreting those symbols or those symptoms and signals as I'm hungry, I'm really, really hungry, I need to run down and get a snack. And no, really what we need is a drink. So one of the things that I'd like to talk about is finding ways to build in really good hydration throughout the day. And a way you can really get a jump on this is first thing in the morning when you wake up, go ahead and drink somewhere between, if you've not done it before and it's not familiar, then you might start with 16 ounces. But if you're a hydration pro, then you can up it to 32 ounces. But somewhere between 16 and 32 ounces of water within the first 15 to 20 minutes of waking is really ideal. You've been sleeping all night long, and you probably haven't been hydrating during that time because, again, you've been sleeping. So your body wakes up in a state of dehydration. And if the first thing that you're grabbing for is a cup of coffee, you're just adding to the problem. But if you can go ahead and start with 16 to 32 ounces of water, if just drinking like regular room temperature water is unappealing or makes your body feel nauseous, then go ahead and add like lemon or ginger, and it becomes almost like a tea. No sweetener though, just the lemon or ginger. And that really is going to help. It wakes up your digestive tract, and it gives your body and your brain the hydration that it really, really needs, especially first thing in the morning. If you want to talk about types of water, there are so many types, it's a little bit silly almost. I'm not going to tell you that you have to purchase a particular type and you must put in your body a particular type. I want you to get the best water that you can for you. So if you're in a position right now where that means that you're taking in tap water, then please drink tap water. I would rather have you drink the tap water and be hydrated than not drink the tap water and be dehydrated. But if you can go ahead and you can get something like purified water or spring water, or if you go to the grocery store, and a lot of them now have these, you've got like a soda fountain of choices almost. You can go ahead and you can take your bottle, and they've got rehydration or water stations, and you can choose like deionized, you can choose purified, you can choose reverse osmosis. You choose which type of water you want, put your jug in, fill it, and then you can pay for it at the register. There are also places like my neighborhood has a water station. Basically, it's purified water. So you take your jug and it's 35 cents per gallon, and you put the money in, put the jug in, and then you voila, you walk away with purified water, which is pretty fantastic. So I'm not going to tell you which type of filter to buy or which type of water to put in you. I'm just going to tell you, put the water in you and see how you can sneak it in throughout the day. You know, can you have a glass of water right, 10 minutes or so before a meal? Can you drink a glass of water before you drink your coffee, before you drink a soda? Can you make those choices to hydrate so that you can give your body the assistance that it needs? It's a pretty fundamental self-care, self-love item. So now for the exploration focus, let's go ahead and pull out your journal and just kind of make a note of, what do you feel like when you're thirsty? Like, what are the symptoms that your body gives you when you need to rehydrate? And then, how do you do with hydration? If you're really honest with yourself, are you waking up and drinking water? Are you drinking water throughout the day? Are you drinking, like, whatever you weigh in pounds? If you cut that in half, so like if you weigh 140 pounds and you cut that in half, that's 70. Are you drinking 70 ounces of water a day? Or are you falling more in the 30 to 40 ounces range? If you boost that hydration intake, you'll probably notice a lot of other improvements as far as like clear-headedness and other things too. Maybe try it and see. And then also kind of take note of how many other times today did you feel the dehydration symptoms but not understand them? And just kind of, make a note. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Happy hydrating, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for spending the week with me. Bye.